Hey, how are y'all? Uh, Welcome to week 4 of the Palmetto Sports Talk Show. What a week! With the games that we did have, we had a bunch of good ones. And we had an upset. We had the number um, God, it was what 24 Gamecocks beat number 6 Georgia Bulldogs. I was there. Boy, was it a great environment to be at on last Saturday. Um, the wait, I mean the weight I could have done without, but other than that, the rain, everything, it just made it so much better to be a part of. I just like the way that this Gamecock team came out and played. I know after week 1, I kept on telling people after I seen how bad we played that I was not going to assess this team till after I seen them play 3 weeks of football. And after 3 weeks, I stand by my projection. I didn't see us losing Texas A&M, but we got to win out. I got us going 10-2 still. SEC East champions. This team is only going to get better as they play. We got a bunch of youngsters on the team, but this team right here is going to be a good football team in the future. Um, but to that game, Georgia had 217 rushing yards. To the last game, I think it was over 200 something, maybe 300 rushing yards on Clemson. So I was happy, for our defense getting after them when they were rushing the ball. They had 191 passing. They caught us a few times off guard, but that's expected when you're playing the run. Um, but Gurley, 20 carries, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. Gotta give that defense a hand. They were attacking. I mean, he busted one for 16 and 40, I think. You take that away. I mean, we stopped his butt. Uh, But other than that, I mean, it was a great week. I mean, great game. They got to him. Thompson was 271, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Brandon Wiles, 14 carries, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. Excellent. Excellent game from him when he stepped in when Mike Davis went down, who had 7 carries for 66 yards. The wide receivers played great. Everybody played really well in this game. I got to give credit to our two best tacklers, I think, in the game was T.J. Gurley and Sakai Moore. Anytime Gurley got toward them, they attacked. Sakai Moore is like Gurley was the only player he's seen on the field. He was always there. I don't know how many tackles he had on Gurley, but he had several. I think this team done really well. I gotta give thanks to defense. I mean, Jordan Diggs was probably the best player on the field. He blew up a lot of coverages to allow other guys to get in there. But it was a great game, man. The Gamecocks, shocked a lot of people. I didn't, for one, didn't even have them, doing what they did. So it shocked a lot of us, and uh, hopefully, we'll see a bunch of improvements coming out of the next game. But to get to some other scores, we had Oklahoma beat Tennessee 34-10. I didn't expect that big of a blowout, but Boston College upset USC 37-31. USC went from here to here just like that. UCLA beat Texas 20-17. Maybe they're back on the right track. I don't know. They still look sloppy. Brett Hundley went out with an elbow injury, so hopefully, they will improve and get better as the season goes. One of the things I called this week was East Carolina beating Virginia Tech. I called it. I called it by 10 points. It was only by 7. So, it's 28-21. And then another game I called. Believe it or not, you can check out my blog if you don't believe me, but I called the overtime game, Kentucky versus Florida. Called it. I didn't call 3 overtimes. I called 2 with Kentucky losing. But the final score to that one was 36-30 in overtime. But let's move away. 24-hour rules up. It's time for us Gamecock fans to focus on Vandy. It's time for the football team to focus on Vandy. It's time for the Clemson Tigers to get ready for the Florida State Seminoles. It's going to be an excellent weekend for some football from the Palmetto State. But let's get started. I'm going to dive right into the 7:30 game, South Carolina versus Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has struggled this year a lot. You know, I don't know how to really assess, their struggles because I hadn't seen really much of them play. But they got destroyed by Temple to start the season off. They got destroyed by Ole Miss. Massachusetts is not a good team at all. I forgot that they even had a team. They've won 3 games in 4 years. It's just not. It's not really that good. They beat them by 3 points and was down by 14, I think, going into it. But I really like the way that they played in their game. Coming back, they came back and but they still look just very sloppy. They're averaging 144 passing yards per game. Not really too good. Nothing threatening. 107 rushing. 14.7 points per game. Not too swell at all. That's not good. And then 36.3 points allowed. Gamecocks are averaging 33 points per game, so they should attack this team. They should go out there and attack them hard and try to, put up points. South Carolina cannot play down to this level of competition. Vanderbilt's had struggles out of the quarterback position, running the ball, catching the ball. They've had struggles all over the field, even on the defense. South Carolina's going into that. Vanderbilt's going to be pumped because they got a good team coming in and playing them. But South Carolina's got to stay focused and, hit the holes. South Carolina's averaging 301 yards passing per game and 139 rushing. Dylan Thompson, 903 yards and 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's looking good. I just think he gets better as the game goes on. He was looking really good until that questionable throw he made. It was picked off. It almost cost him the game last week. Davis and Wiles. Okay, we got combos of Arkansas's combo. You got Alabama's Derrick Henry, T.J. Yeldon. You got the Gurley and whoever he's got behind him combo. The most underrated is Wiles and Davis. These two have combined for 369 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's great numbers to me, I think. And then you got the wide receivers. Had a bunch of people tell me this year, Carolina ain't got no wide receivers. They lost Ellington. There's no Sanders. There's no Jeffrey. It's still there. They just have no wide receivers. Kept on telling them there's no standout wide receivers, but there is a group that love to work together and make big plays. Pharaoh Cooper, Nick Jones, and Shaq Rowland are combined for 517 yards on 5 touchdown catches. Wow, that's pretty good for 3. I don't know if Carolina's had that, 3 games, 3 that combined for such good yardage like that in a while. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they're getting better. The DBs, they're getting better. You got to think about Chris Lemons and Wesley Green got there late. And then you got Al Harris, who's a freshman. They got to work out some of the kinks. But they're getting better as each game. I remember our run defense last year looked hard because of all the freshman linebackers. But they're getting better. The pressure is getting better. I have to give a shout out to Bryson Williams, a freshman. He is outstanding pass rusher. Haven't seen somebody like that come in and make a difference just like that, like he has done in a while. And then Zakai Moore and T.J. Gurley have combined for 41 tackles in 3 games together. Congrats. They're sure tacklers. Not many other guys like DJ Swearinger were sure tackles in a while since at Carolina, but these two are sure tacklers. If you're in the way, they're going to tackle you. This game right here, I believe, is going to be a tough one for the Gamecocks. Because we have played down to our opponent's competition. Can we win? Yeah. Of course, I think we can win. I think we win this game actually 41-17. The spread on this game is 20 points. I'm going 24 points. I think the Gamecocks bounce out to a lead early. Hopefully we can get some young guys, Connor Mitch and all, to get in there. I look for guys like David Williams and Sean Carson to get a bunch of carries. Just a bunch of young guys hopefully can get in there and get some playing time, get that defense, some experience. And but now to the big game. The game that is prime time. College game day is going to be there. I couldn't even be more excited for this game. Clemson versus Florida State. Clemson 1-1, coming off a not big victory, but a good victory over South Carolina State. Went to a bye week. Florida State, they played the Citadel in their last game. they've had a bye week as well, and I mean, it's gonna be a good game. Clemson's bringing in a passing attack that is averaging 328 yards per game, while Florida State's bringing in a passing attack that is similar and averaging 327 yards per game. One less yard. I just noticed that that's pretty, sick stat. Then their rushing yards per game is Florida State 158, Clemson 185. I mean, it's crazy to believe because of the youngsters they got back there, but Clemson 47 points per game to Florida State's 37, and it's gonna be a game. I mean, last year a freshman Jameis Winston came out there, and it just didn't. I think they overlooked Florida State actually last year. It was a home game. Everybody was pumped up, and Jameis Winston just came in and made it his house. He was pumped up. He just destroyed Clemson's defense, and Clemson can't let that happen this time. Vic Beasley's got to get his crew together on that D-line and attack. They got to smell blood. They got to attack Jameis Winston. Because if he escapes from the pocket, that's where he makes his plays at. And he's going to be looking for Rashad Green, who has 15 catches, 283 yards, and 1 touchdown this year. I mean, I'm not a fan of Jameis Winston. I'd love for nothing more for Clemson to go in there and knock his brakes off. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying that, but I just don't believe in, giving, rewards to guys that don't perform. I didn't think he deserved the Heisman last year. They gave it to him anyway. I think that he's going to struggle. He's only got 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions this year, and has struggled against Oklahoma State and some of the Citadel. But I think Clemson, the thing that's going to bother me with Clemson is who's going to play their quarterback position. Clemson wins this game if Deshaun Watson plays quarterback. If he starts a quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Clemson's got the victory at least by 3 points. I do like the competition, though, and they said that they're going to use Watson the same way that they did against Georgia, which is good, but put him in there more. Kid is unbelievable. 10 for 13, 213 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Ask him what Cole South's done. It's not been that good. Clemson has struggled really in the rush game. They average a lot per group, but they have nobody that they can count on to give them the yards. They have no rusher through 2 games with 100 yards total rushing. But that's alright. I mean, as long as you do it as a group, you'll be alright. See, our Travis Scott has made this wide receiving core a lot better. You have Mike Williams and Sharon Peake. And Adam Humphries and Jerome Harper, you knew they were going to be a pretty good core. But having Artavius Scott, who can come in and make big plays, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns as a true freshman. That's just that. I mean, it baffles me too. They got to get him involved in this game. There's a lot of stuff that's got to happen for Clemson to win. I think if Watson plays, they win. I'm sure they win. Cole Stout, I'm not so sure. He's going to start. That's why I can't be dumb and say I got Clemson winning this game. I'm sure my prediction is going to change. I just don't, see them coming out and winning this game at all. But I got Clemson winning this game, 38-34. I mean, Florida State winning this game, 38-34. Excuse me. It's just not. I just don't see, there being that good of a chance for them to come out of Tallahassee with a victory. That place is going to be loud. Jameis Winston's going to want to make a statement. He's played bad. He's had a lot on his mind. He's going to want to make a statement. It's going to be 2 good games. You got a Gamecocks at 7:30. Hopefully they can blow out Vandy by the first quarter so I can turn my attention to watching Florida State. Clemson. It's going to be a good game, and I'm pumped up for it. I'm excited to see both these Palmetto State teams get out after. We have a few more big games this week. We got Mississippi State at LSU. Going to be a good SEC matchup. Yeah, actually all the games this week are pretty good at SEC. You got Alabama versus Florida. Big game there. It's going to be at Alabama. Florida is going to be looking to maybe get something going, or Alabama's going to be looking to finally hit the ball rolling because I don't think they've looked good all year. Then you got Auburn and Kansas State on Thursday night. Auburn should blow them out, but it's still something to watch on Thursday night. It should be a good game. It's two top 25 teams playing each other. But, you know, if you have any questions, I mean, my videos are, not me getting a lot of views. I hate that because I put a lot of effort into this, a blog, done a magazine now. I'm sorry I keep on looking at TV. I got Fantasy League guys going on again. Tight battle. Got a darn Clemson, ex-Clemson player trying to ruin my night. But I'm excited. This is going to be a great weekend for football. And check out my blogs this week. This blog video will be posted on my blog. And you can tweet me, GC Dixon 13. Any questions you have. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great week. And I'll see you next Monday or Tuesday night. Check out the video. Thank you so much.